Okay, so here's our jack plate. This is where some of you guys might know I jack the car up pretty regularly from here, and that's where our sole function brace is going to fit on that 4 bolt holes with the plate, and then we'll go back there to the lower control arm bolts in the back here, and we'll have to remove those. I think I'm just going to end up removing this whole plate. So looks like there's 4 14mm nuts that actually hold the plate onto the subframe. Plate. I think the best way to do this is use the bolt and the washer. Put this on the jack plate side. Okay. These are 19 mil. And I might not be able to get these with the impact gun. Oh boy. Alright, gotta be careful with that one. There's some stuff shifting around. So, let's just have to get this, rethread this by hand. We don't want to strip anything. I would like to get it in place before removing the other side, just in case. I don't know if we've compromised the transmission at all, you know, the weight, whatnot. Get some threads going there. Okay, that's a lot easier. That's sticking out kind of far. I think we've got some threads though. Yeah. Alright, we've got the one side in for the driver's side control arm. Now I'm just going to loosely do these. Get this side threaded up, and then I'll move over to the passenger side, and the washer's kind of blocking out. Threads, nut from threading. Alright, that's good. See here, we have just enough clearance for the Jpipe and the brace. Nothing's rubbing on the Jpipe or anything. There's a little bit of clearance here in the back, so that's nice. And then, man, this thing feels really solid. So, you know, if I'm pulling on this as hard as I can and trying to pull up on it, it's not flexing at all. You know, this Cusco one back here, pull on it, it's got a little bit of flex. Not a lot, but it does have the flex. And actually, onto that Cusco here. I'm going to leave this in place. You know, actually, it should add a little extra, not anything terrible. It is a 2-point brace, if you guys did check out that video. So that's going to stay in place. It'll add just a little extra bracing. If I ever need to drop the transmission though, that's going to be a little bit of a pain in the butt to drop both of those braces. Okay dudes, braces all installed. I didn't really have any torque specs for these, so I just boot and tightened them. And then for these, I think it's 120 or 112. Anyway, they're at 120 for the control arms. I'm gonna have to look that up and see if it's right later. Anyway, I think the best way to install this is to probably take the jack plate off, the original jack plate, get that off, and then have a jack under the car to support the transmission a little bit, just to leave that jacked up, and then take out the bolts here for the control arms, put the brace in place, and then bolt everything back up together. I think that would be the best way to do it. I did a little differently, and it was more of a pain in the butt. So do plan for a little bit of time if you're new to this and you haven't really messed with the control arms and stuff like that. They do go out of whack after you take the bolts out, and putting those bolts back in, you want to be really careful because they go to the frame, so you don't want to cross thread anything, although it's pretty difficult to do that. Overall, the install wasn't terrible, and I just can't wait to get out and get some impressions on it.